a lot of people ask me too, like a lot of people are like, what about the leash laws? You know, because they haven't been living the off-leash life. Like I live the off-leash life now for, I don't know, a decade. And everywhere you go, for sure, it's the law. Your dog should be on a leash, except in very specific areas. And yet my dogs are never on the leash, and I've never once gotten a ticket. You know why? Because my dog is under control. The most of the time, and I've passed many bylaw officers and police officers, guess where my dog is?
Yep.
Right next to me. They couldn't even tell he doesn't have a leash on because he's right next to me. And if you want, you can put a little tab on your dog. There's no law that says how long the leash has to be. You pick up your tab, and now you're legal. But they don't bother you if your dog is under control.
Well, so it's a funny story. There's a neighbor that lives down the street from us. Has a German Shepherd that's reactive, and you would walk the dog, and he would always have to have the dog basically tight on the leash because the dog loses shit, everything else like that. And I started to walk Halo past his house, and of course Halo is always with me and everything else. And he at one point confronts me saying, your dog really should be on a leash. And I'm like, thank you, but he's good. And I continued walking, and a couple of days later I'm walking him again, and he's out there with his wife, and he pulls out his phone, and he goes, your dog needs to be on a leash, and everything else, and he's filming me. So I ended up doing a bunch of obedience with Halo down, walked away.
You made a little show?
I did a whole show, and I'm like, I just wanted to make sure that you had enough proof for bylaw that he was off leash here, right? And
I guess he didn't submit that video.
He didn't submit the video. I did have bylaw come to the door and remind me that all dogs have to be on leash.
Of course, sir. Of course.
Yeah. But that's the problem, right? Is it takes one person, you know, that if they want to.
There's always one.
Right, the letter of the law versus the spirit of the law.
You know what I find those people are? They're all jealous.
Yes.
Instead of saying, holy camoli, Greg, how did you get your dog to do that? I would like my dog to do that. Yeah. They say, you know what, screw you, Greg. Screw you and all that obedience you've got. You know, let me try and wreck your day, because every time I walk my dog, it's an unpleasant experience. Yeah. And, you know, hey, misery loves company. And there's always a few of those, you know, and I deal with them as is appropriate. But it's generally not much of a problem. And there's no better life to live than I don't even have leashes with me half the time. Like, you know, my wife will be like, okay, well, I think here you should put a leash on. And I'll be like, I don't even think I have one. I like looking through I'm like looking around, like checking my car, because half the time I don't even have a leash because you don't need them, right? But